Marching on the spot. Now, what I want you to do in this particular warm-up, especially with this marching, is to figure out how your feet are going down. If you've got trainers on, fine. It's one of those mornings, I've got about 10 pairs of trainers all out. Do you know the ones that I want? Not there. And they're my only indoor trainers. Now, let's have one of these. Heel dig. So we're bringing it out straight to the front, using your arms, because that'll help you warm up quicker. So hopefully you've not just jumped out of bed. Hopefully you've had a chance for some coffee and a banana and to get used to the world. And now, hamstring curl. Take it down a little bit lower. Now, you know me. You know that I put a lot of effort in. So if you see that I'm not putting as much effort, I want you to double up, okay? Because then I'll get your energy. And my leg will get better quicker. 4, 3, 2, 1. Give me a knee lift now. Now you can put your little jump in it. I'm going to keep it low impact. Shoulders back. That's why I turn to the side, because what I don't want you to do is that. Shoulders back. 4, 3, 2, 1. To the sides. Should have put my contacts on. That's it. Arms to the shoulders. So you're warming up your upper body as well as your lower body. 4, 3, 2, 1. Step it back. Now I'm leaning slightly forward. Takes the pressure off my lower back. Because if you're trying to do that, you're going to feel it here and actually not get the full extension of your legs. Make sure you're using your arms, because that's why we're starting with the upper body. Let's go to the side as well. We've done that too. 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to your marching with pecs. Let's practice that move. Elbows in line with the shoulders. If you imagine that you're trying to close your arms or get them to meet, but the first thing that meets is your elbows, because otherwise that's what's going to happen. And you work your shoulders rather than your pecs, but you're working your shoulders unnaturally, so it's very strange. 4, 3, 2, 1. A bit warmer. All right. So I want you to grab your small weights for the first round. It's like the second phase of the warm-up. Grab your small weights. And we're going to start with bent elbows, and the reason being we don't want to put too much stress on the shoulders. Enough weight, evenly distributed, up and down. Only 10. It's warm today. I need to check that radiator because it was freezing. And then straight away, you're going to go into a shoulder press. It's lightweight, so you're fine. 7, 8, 9. Now we rest those shoulders to do some bicep curls. Now, although we're doing it fast, I don't want you to do that. Keep it here. Knee soft, bottom under. I did say you'd be working every single muscle in your body this morning, and that is exactly what's going to happen. Front raise, shoulders back, chest lifted, up and down. If you want to, you can do singles. For some reason, less strain on the shoulders when you do one at a time, but it does mean that you'll be doing 20 reps. It's so warm, and we've only just begun. Shake it, up row. If you're in front of a mirror, check your elbows. Look, this is strange. So I'm going to bring it a bit lower, I think. There. The more I try and correct it, the worse it gets. So I'm keeping the shoulders back and just bringing those arms up. Some days are good, some days are bad. 9, 10. Put it down. Give it a bit of a shake out. This is going to be the only one we do twice, the only section we do twice, because we're going to start really counting now. This is 300. So how do we start? We start with lats. So I'm going to go for one at a time. We're only going to do 10. it's still 10 on each side. If you're still with your lighter weights, take your arms out like that. But because mine are a little bit heavier, I'm just bending the elbow to take the pressure off the shoulders. The more the elbow is bent, the less weight in your lever, and so the less pressure on your shoulders. There's my last one. Woo, bicep curls now. I'm going for singles just because they're so big and it's easy to do it that way. I need to tighten up. I will do after this, if I've got a chance. I'm halfway, my knees are soft, my bottom is under, I'm keeping the arm close. So I hope you're joining in and that you've got your cans of beans or your weights that you found in the back of your cupboard. And there you go for that. Right, front raises. I'm actually going to turn back to my little ones for obvious reasons. Give it a bit of a shake, push your glasses back up. Let's go. That feels nice. Now, if you hold your tummy in while you're doing it, you'll find that you work your abs. Up and down. If you end up doing more, who cares? More is good. Did you just see how I rectified my posture? I thought I was straight and then I realised I was doing that. Pulling the shoulders back, chest up. I felt it a lot more there as well. And also my shoulders are going to form a little bit better. Right, we've got one more and it's the pro. I'm going back to my blues on this. It's up to you to choose which ones you want. And I will focus on trying to get my elbows the same. There we go. You're nice and warm now. 9, 10. Shake it off. Well, put the weights down first before you shake it off. Right, the nice bit. Let's get down on the floor. Choice is yours now. Why is it I always move this mat back? The choice is yours whether you use weights or whether you don't. And we start with a C crunch. I'm going to give my weight a go, to be honest, but I'm going to demo without. Oh, best part. Arms out, touch the ankles, take it back out. Oh, God. Poof is so fain hungry. Just in the way. If you've got this, over your head. I want you to give me 20, if you don't mind. Thank you very much, as I tighten up. If you've got a weight, let the knees open so you don't hurt yourself. If you've got 2 weights, keep the knees together, hands on the outside. If you're not using any weights, try and get your ears in between your knees and touch your ankles with your hands at the same time. So it's like this. And actually, after doing full range of motion with those ones, they're not as easy as you think. If you have a weight in your hand that you're bringing over your head, make sure that you're pressed it into your belly button so you don't hurt your back. I've lost count, but for some reason I love core exercises, so I could just do them forever. Because I know underneath this bread belly, because that's what it is, a lockdown belly. I've got a 6-pack somewhere, I've not seen it in years, but it is there. So like I said, if you work out hardcore with me, you will have a 6-pack. However, you just can't see it. 6-pack, 75% diet, or what you put in your mouth, and 25% what we do on the floor. Oh, that was good, but we've got more pelvic tilt, so it's actually going to ease that back a little bit. So I want your feet in sit-up position. I'm going to take the socks off, so I'm not rolling. Oh, sorry, I'm not slipping. Here, Poof, look after those.
Make sure the knees are pointing up to the ceiling. Make sure you're pressing through your big toes. Every time you go up, you feel it right there. Give me 20. Option. Just gives you that little bit more of a stretch. And I shall give you another option. Just be careful. So you could do that one, or you could do that one. This one is actually a little bit more challenging, so bomb down weight here, up, down. You can feel all these muscles along the abs stretching out. Pressing through the big toes, we don't want those knees a wandering. Every time you come up, see how high you can get up and how much you can squeeze your bottom. Breathing in, breathing out. And I reckon that's about 20. Bring it in. Now, we've got a rep of 10 because it's 50-50, as I'm sure you've noticed. So it's a V-sit. I've chosen the hardest one, and then it's only 10. I'm nice, I know, you're welcome. Let's do it. Remember your options. There's if the back's niggly today. Even if you're used to doing V-sits, if your back isn't 100%, I want you to do that one. See, that's not a C-crunch. That's a C-crunch. You bring your straight legs in. This, low impact V-sit. Your alternatives. Up and down. Feeling hardcore today? Get a weight. I'm holding this level with the chest until I get into it. So, deep breath in. All right, time to go in my head, because I got the measure of it. I got the measure of it within the exercise. So I knew that I could handle it in a V. I'm going for one more. I never overdo a V-sit, that's for sure. All right, grab a drink and then stand up for me. So we're moving on again, we're going back to weight. And you might want to go between your easy and your light ones on this. So we're going to go for a bent row. All of this section, all of it bent over. So I'll show you before you actually get into it. Remember to always hold the tummy in. Do you hear that? 2 cups of coffee and a glass of water. Right, if I turn this way, right, don't do it until you've looked at the demo. Knees soft. Come on, back of my leg. There. And down. There's your bent row. Here it is from the side. I'll put these down so I can show you better form. Hold the tummy in. Oh, actually, that's quite nice. Flat back, up and down. It's just 10. If you noticed, the weights round is only 10 reps. Once you've done it, or while you're doing it, I want you to look down at the floor to take the pressure off your back. And I'm not going to tell you the other one until you've done your 10 reps. Now I'm going to put those down. Ooh, Jules. Give it a bit of a shake. Your next one is your delt row. So you might go, I've just done that. But what I want you to do is to keep the fists forward. And put these blue ones in my hand so you can see what I mean. Keep the fists forward, bend over and pull it up. Touch the sides of the chest. So if you noticed, when I realised my elbows were all right, I looked down. The reason being, you're doing that, putting the tension on there. Just give me 10. I pressed it in. Did it. I had a bit of a rounded back there. This leg is actually stopping me doing what I should be doing. So maybe next time I'll go for my lighter weights on that. And I will, because it's a bent fly. I'm just going to have a quick drink now. So I'm going to concentrate on one side at a time. And the reason being, get better form and doesn't put too much pressure on the back. So once again, tummy in. My hands here, up and down. Try that big one. Give me 10 on each side. What I don't want is for you to turn like that. Keep the chest facing the floor. Up and down. And swap now. I'll do 2 sets. Keeping the shoulders square to the floor. The longer your arm, the more pressure you're putting on here, which is good. And last change. If you look at that weight, that's when you're going to turn your body. So don't look at it. I'll give you one look. Shake it out. Now, your bent bicep row. This time you're going to turn the palms to me and keep touching your body. 5, 4, 3, 2, off you go. And that's it. If you can touch your body with every rep, then you're putting all of it onto your tricep and working your delts and your upper back. That bicep row as well as your biceps. Shaking it off. We're nearly there. Your next one, your tricep kickback. So once again, we're going to do one arm at a time, and the reason being we can get better posture and better technique. One leg forward, one leg back. Both feet flat on the floor, bending into this front knee, and then turn your chest. Elbow high, out and in, that's it. If you've noticed, the only thing that's moving is my elbow joint. I set it high and that's where it stays. It's just opening and closing. If I'm keeping the arm close into my body, I'm making sure all of the work is on there. I'm isolating the muscle. So elbow up there, back and in. Don't turn. There you go. There's your 10. And shake it off, because we're going down on the floor. It's press-ups. It's combat press-ups or Spider-Man press-ups, and there's 20 of them. But never fear, you can handle it. Remember what I say about press-ups? You don't have to move very far. That's still a press-up. If your body wants to go further, let it happen. I'm going to give you 2 options. Hands just outside the shoulders, but underneath them. You can do a 3/4. But what you will find is that you go quite low in your 3/4. If that's the case, pick the knees up and go half the depth. Okay, off you go. Do not turn to look at your knee. Because it'll put your body out of alignment. And I've got 10 more to go. Stretch that a bit. Do you know, I always think I'll take it easy. I'll put my glasses on. And now I really should have put my contacts in. I've got 4 more and I need to shut up talking so I can just get them done. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sit down, take your hands off the floor. In fact, you can do pose of a child, put them on your back for your instant shoulder relief. Shake it out. Plank rock. Feels like a rest. It does, it does. And we're going for 20. Elbows underneath the shoulders, rock forward and then back to your start position. So don't go back like that. We go forward, start position. Same goes. Forward, start position. 2, 3. We're going for 20. Look at your thumbs. Hold your tummy in. 10 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it off. Now, the observant of you will have noticed we've got 10 more reps down here. What is it? Yeah, what is that bad that I've only given you 10 reps? You better shake your shoulders and have a drink. Oh God, my water's done. But we've got 5 minutes to fit an awful lot in, so let's get on with it. Fluid plank. Put your hand where your elbow was. Exactly where your elbow was. So where the dint in the mat or the carpet is, that's where you put your hands. And then you go back down. And if you can remember, swap the hands that you come up with. Alternatively, do 5 on each side. I can't see you, but I know you're there. So I've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you're as quick as that, sit back, hands on your back to relax those shoulders. And then, I did say we've got 2 more sections. Stand up. I'm going for my little ones. We're going for pecs. Knees soft, bottom under, arms up. Just 10. Remember what we were saying in the warm-up. Try and get those elbows together. 7, 8, 9, 10. And relax. Now, your next one is a chest press. You can do it stood up, or if you want to, you can lie down and put your body in a sit-up position and then do it. And then once you're in that position, you could actually do 2 at a time. You could do 2 here, but it takes away from your technique. And you know me, I'm all about the technique. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Put it down. Shake them off. I hope you didn't go for your heavy ones that time. That's quite funny if you did. The next is your overhead triceps. We're bringing it back to those triceps. You can choose. If you've got a big one, put your weaker hand on the bottom and his stronger one on the top. If you want to use 2 weights, join them together like that. Knee soft, bottom under. Knee soft, bottom under, down and up. Did you hear my shoulder? So I'm trying to keep my elbows in to put all the emphasis onto the triceps. And there's my 10. Shaking it off. Chest flies. Now, this is up to you. You can either go down in weight or not have anything at all. Or stick with what you've got if you're pretty strong up here. It's a chest fly. We open out, no further than the shoulder, bottom under, and bring it back. Open out, bring it back. Give it a go. If you're feeling any twinges, relax. So I didn't feel any twinges, but I want to give the same amount of effort and technique to my second half. So I have a bit of a shake. Bring it up, out and in. 3, 4, give me 1, 5. Any more than that, and my shoulders start to go up to my ears, which is taken away from my technique. So your flash is your final one. Elbows on a 90-degree angle. Weights together because you're holding your coat together. Knee soft, bottom under. Turn the palms to the ceiling as you open your coat. and then close it. I don't know what the technical name for this is. It's Michelle F. Grave that calls them the Flash. Who's now Michelle Barnett? 7, 8, 9, 10. We're getting there. We are getting there. We're on the floor now. It's your last section. And it's not like a brutal one. I've not done that to you. But we're going to start with a 10. So we start with the hardest one, which is your fruit bowl. I'll give you different ones. So I'm going to work my way up. We're here. Rounding it into the mat. Round your back into the mat. Press it in your belly button. Keep the chin out of the chest. So if you take your legs a bit further away, you can do the same thing. Or if the legs are straight, you can do it. Here is the fruit bowl. You're gluing your arms to your ears. Up and down. Up and down. That's all it is. You're not sitting up. You're a curved bowl, a curved fruit bowl. Up and down. Up and down. I'm sure we've done more than 10. It's another good one. Bring those knees in and give a hug. Every time you do it, try and give a hug. Try and get your head in between your knees. If anybody has got a miracle cure for a bad bum and a bad ham, please let me know. I can't even touch my toes. I can't put my head here. It's just, and it needs to be better by Monday because I'm so over this. Right. Snow angels. Moving on. I don't even know if I can do that here. Arms up here, legs are straight, arms together. Take a deep breath in and you come up in your fruit bowl and bring the arms round. Touch your legs, take it back down. 2. Hold the abs in so we can work the bottom abs. Oh, that was nice. But I've got 8 more. How's it feeling? This is good. And 2 more for look. Every time I look at this, it's supposed to go in while you're lying down. That's why you've got to hold your muscles in. When you're exercising, bring it up, hug it out. We've got 1 more. It's a pulsing crunch, and that is a finish him. So legs in the air, hands behind your head. 3, 2, 1, pulse. And hug. Hopefully you join me in Pilates breathing right there. Sit up, put your feet down. I'm going to do a crafty Pilates move. It's not only strengthening, but it'll stretch your abs. Take a deep breath in, and when you're ready, lift your hips. Ooh, push your bottom up to the ceiling. Lovely, and bring it back down again. So that was nice in the shoulders as well, wasn't it? Head onto your tummy. Options for your sphinx. Lifting the chest and growing the neck, or like so. Sit back into your pose of a child. Put your hands on your back and lace your fingers. Breathe in and roll up onto your head and try and bring your hands over your head. And let's lower it back down. Now your hands, change them over so you're 1 up or 1 down, just as long as it feels awkward. Let's do it again. And down.
Put your hands next to your head to lift you up a little bit. One hand here, right arm underneath, right ear on the floor. So you're stretching your shoulder there. Changing sides. Coming into a sitting position. So you can sit on your bottom if you want. Elbows soft, ease it back. And let's change sides. Put both hands on one side, lift your chest up and look behind you. And bring it round to the other side. Keep lifting your chest. Back to the centre, hand down, breathe in, breathe out. Change sides, breathe in, breathe out. Thank you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow at 9 o'clock with my contacts in. Oh, that's fair.